Here we are. 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 Hey guys, it's your girl Tower Crush back with another review, and this time it is for Zatima on BET Plus. Zatima, Zatima. Okay, so if you haven't already, please hit my subscribe button down at the bottom. Thank you so much. Okay, so y'all know I have not reviewed this show, so I'm going to do it all in one fine swoop. Like everything in one. I don't know how many more episodes we have to this season, but I did read somewhere that they've already filmed season number 2. So I don't think that we'll have much time to wait. Yeah, I mean, maybe we got 2 more episodes in this season, right? I think it's a 10-episode season. So, give them a couple weeks off, and then I need season 2 right behind that. My only thing with Zatima running concurrently with Sistas is how are they going to keep mixing up these storylines? Like, okay. I'm sorry. Okay, so let me just get into it. Okay, so Zatima starts out with them in Fatima's apartment, the one that she and Zac previously shared. Well, it's her condo. And she's moving in with him in the new house, well, in the new condo, but she does not want to sell her place. She's going to just rent it out just in case. And I'm like, girl, let that place go. I mean, have some faith in your relationship, have some faith in your man, and let that place go. But I feel on that. Zac is still cute. I just want y'all to know that he even cuter on this series. Like, I don't know if it's the cut on his, I don't know what it is, but Duvall, you better stay married, bro. Because if you get a divorce, I mean, they are going to flock to you like B2K 2000. I'm just saying. They coming for you, bro. Okay, so moving right along. So in this series, it looks like she's got a couple of friends and he's got a couple of friends that we're not familiar with. I don't like his friends at all. Don't like them. Never gonna like them. Don't like them. Especially Nathan. He is the worst. Like, he is annoying through the roof. Like, his annoying scale is right there with Calvin and Maurice when he gets in his little tizzies. And Q. Yes. All of them is all in the same. I do not like this boy at all. I don't like what he stands for. He's married and he's trying to act like a whore. I don't like it. I don't like him at all. Period. Did I mention that I don't like him? Now, Tony, he's okay. Tony's okay. He's just slow. He's slow as I don't know what. So that's what I don't really like about him. And how his slow self could actually see a picture of Fatima 1 minute and then see a chick from behind the next minute and deduce that must be Fatima. And take a picture and show it to Zac like, this has got to be her. Yeah, he was right. But still, how you going to see that from behind? Like, I was like, come on now, Tyler. You could have done better than that. At least have him going in there getting a sandwich or something and seeing her face and then taking a picture when she wasn't looking. Come on, man. Be creative. I just didn't like it. So, I ain't feeling his friends at all. Now, I don't like Belinda either. I didn't like her from the beginning because something about her. She thinks she's slick. And it didn't take long to figure out what it was about her. She's a whore. And she definitely had a previous relationship with Zac. So, in that, it wasn't even a relationship. They hooked up one time and she kept stalking him and he would not be bothered with her. He would not have anything to do with her. So when she comes to find out that that's who Fatima's new man is, she's like, girl, he is low down. You don't want to be with him and blah, 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 blah. But she said it in front of everybody that they had sex. And I was like, dang, that was awful inconsiderate. Like, you didn't consider your friend's feelings at all. Like, that's why I didn't like her. I was like, no, she's direct, but she's direct to a degree of disrespectful. So I don't subscribe to that at all. And she liked to get herself killed trying to come after Zac, though, didn't she? Yeah, Fatima knew. Like, she's sitting there in the beauty salon, and Angela's talking about, Belinda leaves, and then they sit there talking, and she's like, yeah, blah, 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 blah. And then somebody snitched that Belinda really likes her boyfriend. Oh, why they do that? Because now Fatima done got to wow her up ass and done left the salon. And, Zac is at home chilling, out of his business. He just got home, out of his business. And then here come Belinda over there acting like she drunk, trying to have sex with Zac. And Zac is like, no, get away from me. Get away from me. No, get off of me. Belinda, stop. And she's just not wanting to stop at all. And eventually, he's then asked her to stop. She won't. She's trying to follow him upstairs, and he's asking her to leave. She don't want to fucking leave. And he turns around to go in his room, and Fatima was sitting right there, like, he was like, and then she come up, girl, hey, girl, I told you he wasn't no good. Girl, he's trying to have sex. He's trying to come on to me. I'm trying to girl, boo, I would have, it would have took everything in me not to beat her ass. Like, having heard him deny her repeatedly and ask her to leave and all kind of stuff, and she just didn't want to listen, yeah, I would have had to dog walk her. Like, you are not my friend. You was never my friend. And how many other boyfriends did you have sex with? That's the question. Like, if you'll do that to this one, how many other ones? How many? You've known me so long. I don't like that at all. I don't like that at all. And then we have, I like the fact that Zac did have an issue with the SEC. So we did get some conclusion to that, because he worked that lady up one way and down the other because he knew his stuff. He wasn't going to concede to nothing. He wasn't going to admit anything. He was going to make you prove it. And so she had to leave. She's like, but I'll be back when I get some hard evidence. Girl, you should have had that before you came up in my house. Bye-bye. She called his bluff, and he called her bluff, and she was bluffing like a mug. She was like, come get him. Wasn't nobody on the other side of that door. Girl, boo, ain't nobody scared of you. Because he knows there's no way that they can prove anything. It was his money that he invested. It was his money, and it's not like his money is going someplace else, or he's giving people large sums that aren't explainable. The only large sums he's given out was to Karen. He paid her back her $75,000. He bought the house that he's in, and he's doing his thing with his investments. I don't understand how. So we have Bryce is his friend, and Bryce is the one that taught him about stocks, but we already know that was Jake on Sisters. So how Jake turned into Bryce, I don't know. Jake was the black dude with the curly hair that worked with Gary, that taught Zac about stocks and all of that good stuff, right? Bryce is a dude that works with Gary that taught Zac about stocks and all this. So how the heck did his name change, and how did his ethnicity change? Because he went from black to Japanese. I don't understand. Can somebody please explain this to me? I don't understand. Because it doesn't make any sense, and y'all know it doesn't. So if y'all could explain it to me, I would greatly appreciate it, because I'm pretty certain there was only 2 people working in Gary's office, him and Jake. Then all of a sudden, Bryce works there. I ain't buying it. But Bryce is actually seeing Fatima's other homegirl, Angela. And Angela, she's a cute girl, very, very cute. I saw her in the first scene when they was out at the bar or whatever, at the club or whatever, having a conversation. And then I saw her again, and I saw all of her. I was like, okay, Tyler. We got us a BBW on the main cast. And she's in all 10 episodes, so she's like a main character. Yep, she's a main character. And I just think it's cool that we finally are starting to see bigger women get cast in in main roles, and not just the lady at the bakery type stuff. Like, I love it. a bigger woman that's actually desired by her man and seen as beautiful, and it's not a gimmick. There's no gimmick behind it. I love it. I love it. And it's a shame that other groups get more inclusion than BBWs. Yeah, I said it. And I didn't say what groups, but I said other groups. Just name them all, because BBWs are the last ones to be included in anything. So I think it's beautiful that Tyler Perry's done this. And let's see. Let's talk about Zac's baby's mother with her ratchet self showing up, talking about, I knew you lived over here, so I had to come and see how you was living. Okay, you living good. Thinking she done hit a lick. Girl, if you don't go somewhere and sit down. Go somewhere and sit down. So her and Fatima having they look back and forth, and then Fatima showing up at the strip club like, no, you will be there to take this DNA test tomorrow. She was like, I ain't taking nothing. I need my check. You already got a check. You got a $35,000 check. Because when Zac got locked up, they made him pay $35,000 in back child support to you for a child that ain't even his. I don't believe it's his at all. So when she showed up, she was like, oh, you really living good. Why don't you just let us move in next door? Girl, boo, ain't nobody about to give you nothing. I don't even know if this is my child. You saying this, man, I don't believe you, because I don't remember being with you. You don't look familiar, neither does this child. I don't understand. So I just kind of got a feeling that she was sent over there by his brother. I think that's his brother's girl. I think his brother's trying to get money out of him. And I think that's what's going on. Personally, I just think that's his brother's girl. And, y'all can tell me what y'all think personally. But, I don't know. I don't like his brother. Jeremiah, he can go lay 15 eggs. And I hope they're all rotten when he lays them. And I hope he has to sit on those rotten eggs, and then he gets up smelling like a rotten egg, because he is a bad egg. He's a bad, bad person. So I thought it was cute, before I get to that jerk, I thought it was cute how when the baby mama showed up with the baby, and Fatima took the baby, holding him, and, she's arguing with Zac about, him giving her money, him giving her the apartment or whatever. And then she's like, come on, give me my baby. She takes the baby and they leave. And I be daggone if Fatima didn't swab that baby's mouth like, whoo-wee. She done swabbed the baby's mouth and the mama didn't even see it. So what are you going to do now? So she swabbed her mouth. She swabbed Zac's mouth. And she going to send it off. So I think how it's going to come back is that the baby's going to be like 25% probability. And with it being 25%, that means that it's somebody related to Zac, not Zac. Because it would be a higher probability. They'd have more markers in common if it was Zac, That's just my opinion. So, and I definitely believe that his brother sent the girl to him because his brother came through looking for money, looking for an easy up, telling Zac, trying to make Zac feel bad about coming up and not helping the family. And Zac said, well, I was out for 3 years broke because I don't know what, and didn't nobody check for me. My mama didn't call me. None of y'all called me. Y'all want to call me now that I got some money? Yeah. But his brother going to ask for $10,000 and he going to write the check. I don't know what you wrote it for. You're just going to be writing another one, or he's going to do something with that check that's going to mess you up. Now, what that something is, I don't know. But he's going to do something to mess you up. But your dumb self gave him the check like it wasn't nothing. So we'll see how that comes out. I don't like it. But I do believe that is his child that came to Zac's house. I don't think that was his child. I don't think it's Zac's at all. I think it's Jeremiah's child. Y'all tell me what y'all think about that. I did think it was cute when they ran into Ian when they were running, and Ian being Fatima's ex-boyfriend, and we got to see her vulnerable side because apparently he's the one that broke her heart. He's the one that made her mean to everybody. He's the one that made her a man-eater. So we met his little chocolate sexy self. And he done told her that he's got stage 4 cancer. And I don't know if it's true or not because he looks really good, but you can't really tell by looking at somebody if they have cancer or not. It's just, if you're fighting it and you're doing chemo or whatever, how do you have a whole head of hair and how do you have facial hair and all of that stuff? Because really, cancer patients don't get to keep their hair if they're in treatment, to my understanding. Or maybe that's just one type of treatment. I thought chemo takes it and radiation takes it. So I don't know what doesn't, but this man had all his hair on his head. So, for him to have stage 4, I guess he said he wasn't gonna fight it. I don't know what he's doing, but it just didn't seem very plausible to me that he has cancer. And then he asked her to call his mother and be there for his mother. I ain't got to be there for you. Look, you married somebody else, right? Call that hoe. Tell that hoe about your stage 4 cancer. Tell that hoe to call your mama. Tell that hoe to be there for you and your mama. Because I have moved on. I have moved on, Ian. There is no more us. It is ain't. It's ain't happening. Because, Ian, it is over, baby. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Please let it go. Because she ain't going nowhere. And I feel like him telling her, his mother, giving her, Fatima's telephone number after Fatima asked him not to, was low down. Very low down, and I didn't appreciate that at all either. And she gonna call sounding like somebody's great granny, talking about, hey, baby. Now, she ain't that doggone old. She can't be no older than my mama, and my mama does not talk like that. Hey, sugar. Yeah. I love you. Girl, shut up. I don't want your son. I have moved on. So, as far as her asking Fatima to go to dinner, Fatima said, I'll have to let you know, I have to see about it. Fatima should have said yes and took her man with her. We about to be here for you, Miss Margaret. We gonna do that because it ain't no more me. It is we, sugar. We. Okay, so I thought that was, unnerving of him to even give his mother her number, but it is what it is. Now, when she met with him and Tony took that picture, she lied to Zac. She was talking about she didn't want to, she came straight home. Then she said, no, I did stop at the, you knew where you stopped. Why are you sitting there lying when you sitting there thinking about him the whole time? Because he done told you he had this cancer. And, Zac sitting there asking you questions. And I felt like, come on now, Fatima. You giving him a reason to go out here and do something stupid. Giving him the reason. And so I was very upset with her when he left. And I was like, girl, and then you act like you couldn't even get a man none. Like, how you gonna let your man leave knowing that he's a recovering hoe? You gonna let him leave with his balls full, angry at you, knowing that you done did some foul stuff by not telling him what was going on? You knew you was gonna meet that man before you met him. And so that's where you really made me mad, Fatima, like, for real. Now, mind you, at the same time, Zac trying to rent out the other half of his duplex that he bought. And he meets the girl, Deja. She comes over. Well, first he meets Valerie. Valerie's a real estate agent. And then Deja comes over. And, he's really attracted to Deja. Deja's just so cute. Blah, 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 blah. And he's really showing that it's taking a lot of him not to be staring at her body when she's not looking and stuff like that. And I don't like that. Like, Zac, get that whole stuff about you. You should be able to look at that girl and keep yourself composed because she ain't got nothing on Fatima, number one. Number two, you call yourself being in love with Fatima. So what's really going on? Why do you find Deja to be such a kryptonite? I don't like it. I don't like it at all. So when he left the apartment with Fatima in the tub or whatever to go and hang out with his boys, he's at the party and, they trying to get him to do stupid stuff. He's like, man, I'm going home. He leaves to go home, but then he runs into Deja, the same chick that he had seen earlier that day to put in an application for the apartment that he basically said had the apartment. Deja turns out to be a stripper. So she is there to work. And she's basically asking Zac to come and watch her dance. Zac decides to go and watch her dance. He gets super drunk. And, she's giving him lap dances and all of this and all that. She realizes how drunk he is. And, um, basically tries to get his friends to get him. Now, in the meantime, you got Belinda at the same party taking pictures and sending them to people. Because why? She just can't wait to be right. She can't wait to be back in good. You're not going to be back in good. You're not going to be right because you was dead wrong. You was trying to get with this man, the same man you was trying to get with for I don't know how long after y'all had sex, because you wanted him to be in your life and he didn't want to be with you, and now you're trying to sabotage your homegirl's relationship. Oh, you're a piece of work, aren't you, Belinda? You're just a piece of work, aren't you, ma'am? So, that being said, it was Bryce that actually showed up at the party to kind of save Zac from ruining his relationship. And, he takes him home. Zac's pissy drunk. He's half asleep. He won't tell Zac what's going on, but basically takes him home. Long story short, Zac basically is talking to Bryce. Bryce is looking at him. He says, man, we should get married. And Bryce is like, nah, no, you're drunk. And he was like, no, I'm talking about pause. He said, I'm talking about, your brain with Fatima's body. Man, I'd be in there. Like, it'd be perfect. And, but Bryce already wanted to her. Come to find out, Bryce go home. Now, mind you, he done got, now, let me forget. Now, Zac done got booty hole naked in front of him. And he didn't know how to, like, Bryce had this weird look on his face. And I was like, why is he looking like that? So, when Bryce goes home, Angela's there. And, of course, Fatima's there because Fatima spends the night there at Angela's because she needed a break from Zac. And Bryce's penis was, like, super, super, super hard. Now, mind you, Zac then got naked in front of this man. And I think that's what turned him on. So, we see Zac come the next day to Bryce's office to ask him about the listings because they about to go into business together. And, Bryce flat out asked him, are you bisexual? And he kept telling him all the reasons why he felt like he was bisexual. And then he said, well, I feel foolish now. He's like, don't feel foolish. He was like, man, we men, it's all good. But Zac ain't getting it. Bryce wants you, dude. He thought you wanted him too. He thought that you was going to be down with the swirl. With the sword fighting. Swords. Hey, teach their own. I'm not judging, I'm just saying. So when he was like, I was just trying to be sure. He said, be sure, Zac and Coochie. Yeah, Zac and Coochie. That's what you think when you think Zac. I was like, that's right, Zac. Set him straight. But it makes me wonder, have you told Angela that you're bisexual? Bryce? Like, have you told her? Like, because I think that's what's going to be, it's going to probably bring a rift between Fatima and Angela at some point, because Zac is going to put 2 and 2 together, because he's probably going to mention it to Fatima and tell her everything. And Fatima's going to understand why he showed up to Angela super duper hard. Listen, it's about to go down. So, of course, they getting back, on the right accord. Zac asked Fatima, could they go to dinner? And she said yes. And he told her where. And it just so happened to be where Ian lives, basically. Ian lives on top of that restaurant. So they're sitting there talking, and she's asking him questions about what his friend said about her. And he's asking her the same thing. And, she keeps texting. He's like, who are you texting? And she's basically texting Ian. But he shows up and she's telling Ian, she's like, he just pretty much said that I'm the right girl at the wrong time. He was like, I said the same thing. He said, man, I don't care what you said. He said, man, and I still wish I could have another chance with her. And Zac was like, oh, okay, I see what this is. And he drank his wine like, He said, but she's in love with you. I was like, oh, she called him down here to keep it real. You better keep it real. So she let him know. She let Zac know, look, don't be playing with me. Because when I'm in, I'm all the way in. But when I'm out, don't try to get me to come back because I'm not ever coming back. So you better make sure that this is what you want. And Zac was like, you know what? Put his jacket on. And she was like, wait, oh, so you just going to leave? And he was like, and she said, you know what? I can leave too. I don't got to stay here. She grabbed her purse and stood up. And he got down on one knee. And she's like, Zac, what are you doing? What are you doing? He reached in his pocket and pulled out that black box. And that ring went bling. I said, I can't be the only one to holler. I cannot be the only one to holler. Y'all not about to convince me that I'm the only one that hollered. When y'all seen that ring go bling, I said, okay, Tyler. I see your effects. I see what you did there. And, you know, I can't say that I've ever seen anybody get engaged on the Tyler Perry series. I can't say that I've seen that. And y'all would just have to tell me who has. But that was cute. I really, really, really liked it. And that's how the show ended, episode 8. So that was pretty much 8 episodes. Okay, so that's pretty much it for my review. Again, I'm sorry it took me so long, and I'm going to try to keep up with everything since I have shows pretty much on every day of the week now. So y'all just stay tuned because I'm going to be showing you stuff. And some shows, though, I will be doing like a new series, but I'm not going to tell you what the name of it is because somebody's going to try to steal it and do it before I do. But it's going to help me keep up with stuff, and it's going to help you keep up with me. So look out for that over the next week because I'm going to plan on doing one over the next week. So again, if you haven't already, please hit my subscribe button. But if you don't want to subscribe, you know what? You watch this video. That helps me too, and I appreciate you for that, okay? Okay. All right. Okay. Y'all know I'm goofy. I can't help it. Okay, so that is my $5.02. Peace.